Next, we're going to cover the G3 belt system and the G3 harness system. So the G3 is more of a traditional duty belt and a traditional belay loop style harness. So for those that like the traditional styles, this might be more up your alley. The belt itself, the inner belt, is just 1-inch tube nylon with the end sewn over, and that's just provides that little safety catch if the buckle slips. And they also come with elastic keepers. You can see on this one, it's threaded into a single 1.75-inch chassis. However, just like the M3, it can be threaded into a two-piece overlapping 1.75 or the 2-inch chassis single or the 2-inch overlapping 2-inch chassis. So all of those options are on the table, as well as the X-Belt PS. You can use this inner belt directly into the X-Belt padding system as well. So all the same options with the M3 are available for the G3. The difference is going to be the buckle system. And so for the duty belts, there's a couple different options. So the first is a dual adjust Cobra buckle. And so just as you can imagine, it's just going to go in the ladder lock on both sides so that it adjusts on both sides. And then that excess can get stowed in the keepers. Now, no different than anything else, than the M3. Those get stowed in the keepers, and there's your duty belt, whether that's on the 2-inch, the 1.75, if it's going in your trousers, using with the underbelt, without the underbelt as a duty belt. All the same things are possible. It's just the buckle system that's different. And this buckle in particular is not compatible with any harness system. And so if you're just using a standalone duty belt and you never plan on using it in rappel harness mode, then this might be the way to go. Okay, so if you want to use the plastic buckle, then no problem. The plastic buckle will thread through the ladder lock. You can see here I've cut the ends off and burnt the ends, and it just makes it a little bit easier. Not so much on the ladder lock side, but on the other side. And then that running end, again, you can manage it through the elastic keeper. When we get to the running end side, we're going to thread it through the tri-glide buckle first. And then what we'll do is we'll bring that pretty close, nice and tight, up against the first slit that it goes through. Then it's going to go through the female side release buckle, and then we need to thread it through that tri-glide buckle to allow it to lock into place. And sometimes, because it's thick webbing, it might be a little bit, just slide it back and forth. A little bit of finesse will get it through, no problem. And then once it's through, keep it relatively close and tight. Again, I find if you bend these over, it gives you a little bit more space to work with, that you can kind of finesse that webbing through. The other thing that helps sometimes is if you have a little set of forceps or pliers, needle nose pliers, that you can use to just kind of pull it through. Helps you out a bit. And then the last one's always the hardest. There we go. Look at how smooth that is. Once you just set yourself up for success. Okay. And then that excess, again, I don't want to cut that off in case I want to use a different style buckle later. So what I'll probably do is I'll just fold that over and stow it under that elastic keeper like that. And then got our ability here with some adjustability on the ladder lock side there. And again, you can fold and stow that under that keeper as well. So that's the plastic buckle.